Sharon. Now then, we're going to start, guys, and there's going to be a lot of information coming your way. Could I ask that we get your undivided attention, that you do get rid of any distractions, maybe put phones on silent, turn off your videos on Zoom, stay muted. I think it's you don't have an option to open at this time, but we will open your mics for questions at the end. If something pops into your head on the way, then feel free to populate the chat room with your questions, and we will get to them at the end as well. And I echo what Sharon said. I saw this 4 months ago, didn't give it enough attention, and probably the best opportunity of my lifetime passed me by. But here we are. We're up about 100 people on the call now, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the next evolution of blockchain. We are, by the way, going to be making some serious statements here, and please feel free to treat them as claims until you verify them for yourself. We're going to be making some bold statements, but we have the due diligence pack to back it up. So stay with us, and if you think it's too good to be true, it may look like it, but believe me, this is as real as it's going to get. Let's get to the non-fun bit first, okay? Because we must do a legal disclaimer. Participation in this project, like any other, involves risks. And under no circumstances should you construe this presentation to be any type of solicitation, investment, or financial advice. We'll do our best to show you how the risks are mitigated. But the project is offered to you on a best efforts basis. Everybody sees it in a different way and gets something different from it. And it is supremely built for that purpose. But your continued attendance at this meeting recognizes those risks, and beyond this point indicates your acceptance of the above terms. Now let's get to the presentation and to enjoy it. What do you look for in an opportunity? Because I can vouch for the fact that we have it all and more. You will look for, of course, a very solid company with trustworthy owners and with integrity. How much integrity do they have? Let's try to introduce you to that. A solid, credible track record and history. These people have been mining and have been involved in digital currency from the get-go, as they say in Texas. That's a word that's kind of assimilated itself into the English language. It's actually from a Texan rodeo, but there you go. From the very start of digital currency, these people have had a solid, credible track record and history. In fact, one of them is credited not just with saving Bitcoin in 2014, but in saving the entire digital currency industry. Look for a company with resources, with experience, and with the financial backup to deliver any promises that they may make. Look for reputable industry leaders, and there is no more stellar leaders in this industry than the people we're about to introduce you to. And if you can get ahead of a tsunami of demand, and we're looking at the mass adoption of blockchain, a disruptive trillion-dollar trend, then all the better. We have all of this and more. What is blockchain? For the uninitiated, let's give one slide over to this amazing phenomenon. Some experts believe it could be bigger than the internet itself. And that's not just a casual statement, like you say. A recent survey, some experts say, the World Economic Forum have made that statement. Blockchain will be bigger in impact on mankind than the internet itself. It was created for digital currencies like Bitcoin, which was released in 2009. It is an immutable digital ledger of transfer of ownership. You might remember Oliver Twist when they were taking notes in pencil at the bank and at the money lenders. This is completely different. It is an immutable digital ledger, a list of transactions that can't be altered and are stored in blocks. A block could be 1 second in duration. It could be 10 seconds. Like Bitcoin started, it could be 10 minutes of duration of a block. But when that block is finished, on the last split second of the block, it's digitally sealed. And all of the transactions are digitally sealed in that block of time, if you like. It's then connected to the previous block in the chain, and so on and so on and so on, which is connected to the previous one all the way back to the beginning of the blockchain. So the Bitcoin blockchain is now 12 years old, and all of that chain of blocks is known as a blockchain. Very importantly, it's decentralized. That means it's not controlled by any bank or nation state. So it's a very efficient and secure way to transfer your wealth domestically and globally. Anybody in this call in any corner of the world could receive from me digital currency in the next few minutes, which is supremely faster than the old world banking system. Digital currencies like Bitcoin are now a store of wealth. Long gone is the day when media could get away with calling it fake internet money. One media outlet even recently called Bitcoin a pyramid scheme. How they must be feeling egg on their face now with Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy moving most of their treasury into it, with Elon Musk, one of the most biggest recognizable names in the world, putting 1.5 billion of Tesla's treasury into Bitcoin. Some experts refer to it as digital gold. It's maturing, it's being accepted and respected by the powers that be, but the tsunami of demand and appreciation and knowledge from the public, it has not happened yet, and that's why we're here. So like all technologies, many industries will develop and have developed from blockchain. It's going to enter every facet of our lives, from health data, storage, so you can access your health data anywhere in the world at any medical facility, to tokenization of real estate. For instance, an apartment block is being sold in New York at the moment for many, many millions in Manhattan. You can buy $100 worth of tokens that give you ownership in that apartment block. And if, as the market increases, it goes up by, say, 50%, you can cash that out for $150. So you don't have to buy a whole apartment and have a front door and a key to be a shareholder in, and that's called tokenization. That's essentially what blockchain will do. It'll handle royalties, music streaming, licensing, everything. But one of the big areas of blockchain is mining. The people we're about to introduce you to are in the top miners in the world, in the top 4, in fact. They're also in the top 3 as regards equity in a myriad of exchanges. Now, whenever an exchange is made, when you go to your local store and you pay your fiat currency or hard-earned cash for a product, there is a profit made from that exchange, and hence the business can thrive and survive. New markets and listings are a huge element of blockchain as well. And these guys have not only done it before, they will continue to do it in a fashion that will make insane profits, which we will show you in the upcoming slides. Custody management is also a huge element of where the old world banking is going right now. All of the banks that you knew for the last 50 years or whatever are going to be offering you the chance to store your Bitcoin or store your Ethereum with them at possibly 0.5% or 1%. So let's look at custody management in this presentation as well. So the multiple uses of blockchain are tokenization in real estate, health data, vehicle ownership, provenance, licensing, contracts, and many more. Yes, indeed, it could be bigger than the internet itself. So let's look at the HyperTech group. Here's one of our big, bold claims now. The world's strongest blockchain alliance. Could it be true? Well, here's a truly unique once-in-a-lifetime income opportunity. Could that be true? Let's get into it and show you. HyperTech is a multi-billion-dollar group, and here's the foundation for a huge opportunity for you, should you choose to take it. There is no hard sell here. We're offering the information. We hope you will assimilate it. We hope you'll act on it, but if you don't, that's fine too. DigitalX was founded in 2014. It actually has custody of 100,000 Bitcoin at this time, which it bought for about $4,000, $4,500. It's the world's first publicly listed blockchain project. Our founder, Ryan Zhu, struggled immensely to get that over the line. So it's like the first person or persons, because it was a shared endeavor, who summited Mount Everest. It can never be taken from them. Like the first person who sailed nonstop single-handed around the world from Britain, Robin Knox-Johnson, can never be taken from him. Ryan Zhu got the first blockchain project publicly listed. This company handles legal and compliance. It lists crypto token utility services, and it has offices in Perth, in Sydney, and in New York. The first of 4 arms of the HyperTech group. Blockchain Global was co-founded by our chairman, Mr. Sam Lee, who is an Australian citizen. It's a multi-billion-dollar group. It partners with governments, we'll show you that, and with Fortune 500 companies. Through this vehicle, Ryan Zhu has invested $300 million in over 80 blockchain projects and companies, including NEM and Tron, where they are equity and technology shareholders in this 1.4 billion plus project and a 2 billion plus project. In fact, Tron is one of the fastest blockchains out there at the moment. Blockchain Global has offices in 22 locations globally. The giant of the group is Collinstar Capital. Now, Collinstar was founded in 2015. So if you look at the founding years, 2014 and 2015, 6 and 7 years heritage in the marketplace. Now, this is a giant, a multi-billion-dollar group. It's the largest known blockchain venture capital company in the world. Through this vehicle, Ryan Zhu has invested $400 million plus in over 300 blockchain companies. That includes 40 plus cryptocurrency exchanges. Imagine having equity in some of the biggest exchanges in the world. Whales, verifiable whales, and large holders of 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. One of the top 4 digital currency miners in the world. This is a giant. And here's the innovative, nimble, active arm of HyperTech. Hcash founded I suppose, less years in the marketplace, founded a year later in 2016. This is the world's most advanced blockchain project. It's in partnership with IBM. Quantum computing is coming our way. It's going to be 1,000 times more powerful than the computing we have at the moment. So imagine a computer of 1,000 times more power than you're using right now, trying to hack into your email or your private wallet. This is going to need huge security resistance. And a quantum resistant security project is underway with government funding and with the backing, with research and development of Purdue University, of Monash University, of Tokyo, and Shanghai universities. A little more detail on that as we go through the presentation. So, sorry, my screen is not changing. Here we go. So let's look at some tacit government endorsement that these actual companies exist and are relevant in the marketplace. Here is the Australian Trade and Investment Commission Mission to Consensus of 2019. And in case you don't have good eyesight like me, let me enlarge it for you. Here they're basically saying they're happy to highlight and showcase the very best and the most innovative partners from the Australian blockchain ecosystem. Of course, wherever a blockchain system is domiciled, it is a worldwide technology. So don't think this is a company that's just set up in Australia. Blockchain is truly global. But I wonder who could be in this mission to consensus. Well, number one, Blockchain Global is there. Colin Star Capital is there. Digital X is there, and lo and behold, Hcash is there as well. So the four pillars of this HyperTech opportunity are there and tacitly recognized as being relevant by the Australian government. That's the Blockchain Mission to Consensus document. So here's our founder, Ryan Dew, a self-made blockchain multi-billionaire. His nickname is the Martian because it's as if he came down from Mars with an innate knowledge of the digital currency world in which we operate. He's also known as the king of cryptocurrency. He is because, as I've mentioned, he is credited with saving Bitcoin and the industry in 2014. As a young man, he went against all business acumen and all business advice and went all in when miners were selling their equipment, when electricity was going higher, when Bitcoin was unprofitable to mine. Ryan Dew went all in and literally saved the industry. The king of cryptocurrency is also a founder and board member of Hcash, equity and technology partner in Nementron, major shareholder in HyperDAO, which is a digital currency at the center of his proposed venture that we're about to introduce you to. Molecular Future, major shareholder there. It's the currency of choice we use when we're withdrawing our value from the system. And an angel investor and one-time 60% owner in some of the most successful cryptocurrencies of all time. Of course, Ryan dilutes his shareholding as things get bigger and takes his profit, but he has held immense amounts of Bitcoin, Tether, Ripple, Monero, and much, much more. He's also a major shareholder of 5 Australian, Tokyo, and NASDAQ-listed blockchain companies. He is as famous in China, where he was born, in Beijing, as perhaps Richard Branson would be in Britain, or maybe Warren Buffett would be in America. And we'll get to some of that detail as we go through the presentation. But in 2017, through Colin Star Capital, he bought out the BI Wang Group, a major mining concern, for $100 million cash. He's a major shareholder in Who Exchange and ZB.com. Of course, the founder and major shareholder in Colin Star Capital, an angel investor in Binance. This is how early he was in. The largest and most profitable exchange in the world. Ryan Dew still owns 3.9% and a major shareholder in OKEX Exchange. Also, of course, founder of the world's first non-profit blockchain knowledge hub. These are like libraries that you walk into and you can get, for instance, the same as books, you will get digital knowledge for free. There are 16 open so far around the world. Ryan and Sam Lee, our chairman, were to open 300, but their efforts were rudely interrupted by a little virus. There's 16 open, 284 to go. Welcome to our founder, the king of cryptocurrency, the Martian, Ryan Dew. Now, our chairman is Sam Lee, young man as well, and even younger looking is Jaden Wee. These are our well-known blockchain early adopters. Jaden is our CEO. Co-founder of Blockchain Global, Sam Lee is speaker at distinguished conferences and international conferences hosted by the United Nations and the World Economic Forum, and providing services through his various companies to Amazon and to Microsoft. It's not the last time we'll mention Amazon in this presentation either. He has spoken extensively on CNN, on Forbes, on BBC, and on Bloomberg Business. Jaden Wee, a self-made multi-millionaire investor, executive director of Colin Star Capital, looks very young, in fact, in his mid-30s. He has been a hedge fund manager. He's worked with the governments of Australia, the UK, and Philippines on blockchain projects, and has represented Australia in the 2017 Consensus Conference in New York. These guys really know what they're doing. They have reputation, heritage, and success in the marketplace. And one other attribute to Jaden Wee, just in case you think he's a little young looking, he's launched some of the biggest digital currencies in the world, including Ventures, Finovation. You'll definitely have heard of Qtum. Maybe you've heard of Eternity, but you most definitely, if you're anyway initiated in digital currency, will have heard of Omis Go, all launched by our CEO, Jaden Wee. Now, Colin Star Capital have played a major role in blockchain development, and this is documented. When we say it's documented, we can provide you with the URLs to look up this actual information. Documentation beats conversation, and documentation beats recommendation each and every time, every day of the week. $300 million blockchain fund, Colin Star Capital established. Business Wire, detailing Colin Star, as I said, buying out the BI Wang Group in a $100 million US buyout. Monash and Colin Star, the top university in this area, signing a multi-million-dollar agreement. HyperTech on Yahoo Finance, launching the Hyperfund project and the Ogilvy project, and there's much more. Matrix, a quantum-safe and privacy-preserving blockchain protocol listed by CSIRO, the Australian Science Agency, as being the most efficient in the world. We have a major due diligence set of documents for you. And of course, we have hundreds of pictures to show you government partnerships. And we'll just stick to one page for the sake of brevity. But here is Sam Lee, witnessed by the Minister of Trade, signing an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with the Australian Trade and Investment Commission, with the Russian Bank of Foreign Economic Activity, with the Minister of Trade in Indonesia, with Zoran Dikanovic, the chairman of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission in Montenegro, introducing blockchain centers to Geneva and to Bangkok, and in the Danish operation, signing a memorandum of understanding to bring blockchain services there as well. So that's the government partnerships, and this screams credibility. So we have heritage in the marketplace, trustworthy owners who have success at their core, have made billions. And I know it's probably incubating in your mind, why do these guys need me or us to be on this meeting tonight? And I wonder what's in it for me. Well, before you get that answered, if you have Amazon Prime, and if you don't worry, we can send you the YouTube URL. Amazon Prime, one of the largest creators of media content along with Netflix in the world, have done a series on blockchain, such as its relevance. It's a 6-part series. And in part 6, they do a kind of a wrap up with an episode called The Players. And the biggest players in the world are included in this episode, including Sam Lee. But mostly they're concentrating on Ryan Zhu, the Martian, and on his saving of the entire industry back in 2014. So as part of your due diligence, get a copy of this from your inviter. As I reiterate, due diligence is, it can be heady. It does take time. I spent a whole week perusing documents between Christmas and New Year. But due diligence is much more than a casual search on Google. So don't think that's due diligence. Look at the documentation. It beats recommendation and conversation each and every time. And if you're a detail person, you want to know where we fit into this entire organization, and it is a huge organization. Well, we are in the strategic partnership level, building out the Hyper community. We'll tell you why in a moment. And we're using a vehicle called Hyperfund to do just that, with the largest blockchain alliance in the world. But what if they had their own bank? Would that give you a little more solace or a little more faith in their credibility? Well, they do. It's got over 1 million customers. And with this bank and with their cards and services, you can instantly convert digital currency into fiat currency or paper money in 176 countries already. You can stake. Remember I said the custodial services of banks? Well, you can stake or lodge your Bitcoin with HyperBC Bank at 10% per annum. You can lodge your Tether there at 5% per annum, and there's other digital currency offers on as well. There is a virtual and a physical MasterCard and Visa card option. The Visa card option will give you $50,000 a day spend should you have the wherewithal, should you have that level of digital currency. So that's, once again, to me, screaming credibility to get that sort of level of recognition and a $50,000 a day spend from Visa. They must have lodged an incredibly large bond with Visa to facilitate their customers in that regard. So here you go. Here is the smorgasbord, I suppose, of equity and shareholdings from Blockchain Global to DigitalX to Colin Star and to Hcash. Their proprietary digital currencies, HyperDAO and Molecular Future, their partnership with NEM and with Tron, their ownership, their stake of 3.9% in Binance, shareholding in Equibank, in ZB.com, in OKEX, one of the most efficient exchanges that is very, very popular in Asia, launching VE Chain, launching Qtum, launching Eternity. Look at Power Ledger. This is an Australian electricity supply company. Maybe Brian Jansen, Australia, will know of this. It saved people 50% or so on their electricity costs. The collective market valuation here is over $10 billion, including their ownership in Who Exchange and BW, which was the BI Wang Group. So if HyperTech offered you an opportunity, would you feel safe enough to take the chance and to take it and grasp it? Well, here it is. They have everything. They've built everything. They don't certainly need our money. What they do need is customers. Imagine Facebook or Google operating with no customers. They just would not operate. Well, the ecosystem that's already partially built is going to surround the HyperDAO coin. If you've been following HyperDAO, maybe you have or haven't, on coinmarketcap.com, it's gone up about 80% in the last week on the growing news of the reputation of this company and the fact that it's really seriously heading in the direction it's heading. So in this ecosystem, there will be applications in very profitable industries. It's like a whole new world for the people who are going to massively adopt blockchain in the coming 5 or 6 years. In social media, in e-commerce, news. Imagine blockchain accredited news, no more fake news. Hypermal, an Amazon-style shopping experience. Hypermining, if you want to tokenize into mining and make profits from the mines. Hyper Exchange, a brand new exchange, which will be 100% proprietary to the HyperTech group. Hyperfund, which will offer leveraged financial services only in the digital currency space. And HyperBC, that's already launched, 1 million customers already there. There's a fantastic wallet and Bitcoin or Ethereum or digital currency store and sending mechanism called HyperPay. It's already here, it's verifiable. Check your Apple store or your Google store and download HyperPay. So these will add value. These will bring very strong revenue to the already existing infrastructure of the HyperTech group. And what is it that their ambition is? Well, they want to launch an IPO, most likely on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange at a surmised valuation of circa $300 billion. So with 30 million customers, each customer, of course, has value. Facebook is often given its market capitalization by the number of customers and number of users that it has. So HyperTech wants 30 million customers to formulate and execute a stock market evaluation of 300 billion. So why do they need us? We are going to be the customer acquisition arm of the HyperTech group. We will help them to educate the masses and bring the masses to their products and assist in the global mass adoption of blockchain products and services. We'll do this through a vehicle called Hyperfund Global. And this is, as you've seen in some of the documentation, the 5th pillar of the HyperTech group. So what's in it for us? How will it work? Does it suit me? Will it help me and my family to better our lives and our existences? Let's see if we can get that across to you. Here's the opportunity. You will exchange your hard-earned fiat currency in dollars, it's dollars represented here, for a membership on your budget. We're not asking anybody to subscribe more than they can afford here. The minimum membership is $300. You can have no maximum limit on that. Any combination of $300, $500, or $1,000 with no upper limit. Now, very important, I'm going to concentrate on this for the sake of clarity and also compliance. Each $1 will be converted to the internal rewards mechanism, which is a Hyperfund unit, okay? I will come back to it, but one Hyperfund unit equals $1. You'll pay in USDT, which is Tether, which is tied to the US dollar. So $1 becomes 1 USDT, and inside the system becomes 1 Hyperfund unit. So what do you get for your membership, big or small? Well, you'll get access to the Mars Academy. There are many, many little modules inside in the back office already. It's not complete, but it's growing. It's very much like the blockchain centers. It's an endeavor that is organic and is growing. This is blockchain and crypto knowledge from 3 top universities. If you have $1 million membership or a $300 membership, you get exactly the same access. There is no discrimination. Why is it called the Mars Academy? Well, our founder is called a Martian. Why wouldn't it be? Most importantly, you'll receive a financial stipend. You'll receive a 0.5% to 1% daily passive reward on your membership package. Now, think of this for a moment. All of us have joined clubs, health clubs, swimming clubs, leisure clubs, golf clubs, football clubs. Have we ever been given a percentage of our membership back to actually get our membership back and make a profit? It's never, ever happened. So this is the huge sea change that's happening here with HyperTech and the Hyperfund Global Opportunity. And of course, there are added extras. As my friend Pinicky says, Hyperfund is the main course. There are in this restaurant so many side dishes within the digital currency realm. Hcash and HyperDAO and Molecular Future have been launched by this group of companies. And if you were a member at that stage, you would have had exclusive pre-sale offers to get in at BMV below market value 20% to 30%. I'll cover this in the ways that the company can afford to give you what they give you back. But what are they giving you back? Well, the Community Rewards Program works like this. You purchase a membership. Once again, because I'm going to be saying goodbye to dollars very soon, $1 equals 1 USDT, which becomes 1 HU. You can have a $300 membership, 500, add the two, have an 800, have 1,000, have 1,300, have 1,800, 1,500, or up to $1 million. It doesn't matter. There is no upper limit. 300 is the minimum. That's the only restriction. This will earn you daily rewards at a minimum of 0.5. Remember, it's 0.5 to 1% a day. So minimum of 0.5. This is the Hyper Community Membership Rewards. You can do whatever you wish with your Hyperfund units at the back end of the system. You can diversify, you can convert, you can rebuy back into the system. So you can convert to any crypto or any fiat currency or invest in any future project once the currency is made and earned by you. So you can exchange your HU to specified cryptocurrencies on the platform and move them out to established exchanges. At the moment, we're using WHO, we're using Bittrex, we're using OKEX, and we're using Molecular Future as our currency of withdrawal. Once they hit one of those three exchanges, exchange it for anything you want and send it to your Binance, to your Wirex, to whichever exchange you need to extract the value that you want. You can also have an opportunity to get involved in pre-IPO shares with the Hyperfund Global Opportunity. New blockchain projects yet to be announced. You can buy other digital currencies like Hcash, Molecular Future, and any other digital asset you want once you get your value from the system, like Tether, like Bitcoin, like Ripple, or indeed the very thing you exchanged to join and purchase your membership in the first place. So ultimately, it's cash in, cash out. The fact that we have a rewards program makes us supremely compliant. Get inside the club, make and generate as many rewards as you want, and whenever you want, 24/7, 365, you can cash out on the system and change it and diversify into whatever you want. If that's all you learned from tonight's opportunity, then I'll have done a good job, because this is how it works. It's the central essence. We are a rewards club. If you, for instance, fly with Virgin Airlines, you can earn tier points. What can you do with those reward tier points, which are so compliant and operate all over the world? You can exchange it for Virgin group services, like holidays, like air travel, like Virgin Wedding, or whatever Richard Branson decides that the rewards points are available for. If you have an American Express card, you earn, guess what? Rewards points. What can you exchange them for? Hotel services, flights, whatever you wish. And of course, on British Airways, they use Avios points. What can you exchange your Avios rewards points for? British Airways and associated hotels discounts. That's how it works. We're a rewards program, but we are so much more. And we triple your membership. This is an offer that's ending soon. We don't know when. We normally would be doubling the membership. With the passive rewards program, imagine joining a club where they'll triple your membership. Now we're going to concentrate supremely on the HUs and not dollars, okay? 300 HU for the final time is $300 or 300 USDT Tether. 300 HU will earn you 900 HU rewards. This will be released. Now we're going to concentrate only on the minimum, 0.5 of 1%. So that's 1 HU 50 per day, or 45 a month over 600 days. So in 600 days at a 0.5% a day, your membership will triple and you'll have 900 HU back. 500 earning you 1,500, 1,000 earning you 3,000, 20,000 earning you 60,000. So we encourage everybody, while the offer is open, to take advantage of the 3X triple up limited time offer. And this will repay you and triple your membership value over 600 days. That's the very minimum. That's the slowest it will happen. What can you do with these rewards? I've alluded to it already. You can withdraw on a daily basis. The only condition is you must have 50 HU to withdraw. We don't advise withdrawing as little as 50 HU, but you can because there are associated charges with the exchanges. You can rebuy inside the system with 50 HU packs using your daily rewards. Important distinction here. Minimum membership or minimum top-up is 300 HU, but you can, once you're inside the system and earning 50 HU, however long that takes, use that 50 HU to purchase a 3X pack, as long as 3X lasts, and add to your pending rewards. How much does your membership have to be to earn 50 HU a day? Well, at 0.5 of 1%, it has to be a $10,000 membership. But you can get there. You don't have to. We have many people just starting at the base level of 300 and building their way towards that 50 HU a day. But that is the magic sweet spot. By consistently rebuying, you are capable of approximately 6xing your membership at certain levels of membership in the course of 12 months. That's if you watch when you have your 50 HU and do your constant rebuying. So this is the passive element of the program, or as I like to call this page, the passive strategic element of the program. You're not speaking to anybody else. You're a very discreet participant. You have your HU being earned every day. 100% of our members earn every day, so you can achieve your goals with Hyperfund. And that's what you can do with your rewards. Now you're asking, how can they afford to be so generous? I know they have lots of money, but they're surely not business stupid. How can they pay us 0.5 to 1% daily? Well, one of the ways is launching tokenized assets. Another way is leveraging the group's money-making systems. Verifiably, it's in the due diligence documents. They are crypto whales. They market move. They market make. They influence the market. They are large-scale crypto miners. BW Group was bought as BI Wang Group by Ryan Zhu for $100 million cash in 2017. Its output is over $15 billion in assets. Ryan Zhu has put some 300,000 Bitcoin through his hands in his life of mining and investing in this space. 2 million plus Ethereum, 1.5 million Litecoin. And BW Group now owns 60% of Bitcoin's hash power, meaning they mine about 60% of all new Bitcoins. Not to mention that Digital X purchased their circa 100,000 Bitcoin at around $4,000 to $4,500. When you look at the launching tokenized assets, you'll have seen that Jaden Wee launched Qtum and Omisco, among many others. Let's look at Qtum. That was offered to Coinstar members at 30 cents US. It went to the exchanges and to the general public or the crypto savvy people at 49 cents. But Coinstar closed that position at 56.57. That's a whopping return of 19,037%. With Omisco, we didn't get an advantage over the market, but we still made 8,047%. Can they afford to pay us 0.5 to 1% daily to build a community, to seek a $300 billion valuation? Of course they can. The daily trading volumes, by the way, which I looked up on the 8th of this month, 8th of February, on BW, that day it turned over $453 million. So imagine, that's not profit now, but imagine the commissions on that. On the WHO exchange, $756 million. These are giants in the industry, and they can well afford to pay us 0.5 to 1% daily. So let's get more into the detail of the opportunity now. And we'll ask you to do the detail. This is not another Billy Bob deal. This is not Fred in the shed, who's come up with an idea and is going to use networking and referrals to gather money around his idea to see if it works or not, and invariably it'll fail. This is a proven, track record, verifiable, multi-billion-dollar opportunity. We have a major due diligence checklist for you to go through. Once again, due diligence is not a cursory glance through Google. Now, the next steps, where to from here? Well, if you're ready to start, register today. It's simple and it's free. Choose a membership to your budget, and then you'll convert your dollar or your fiat currency to USDT, and that enters the system. When it hits the system, once again, it's HU, Hyperfund units. Gather as many as you can. You can build them like crazy inside the system, cash them out at the back end. And we invite you to watch the Amazon Prime documentary, Next Blockchain, featuring Ryan Zhu in episode 6. That's the passive and passive strategic element of HyperTech. But in summary, once again, you buy a membership, the minimum is 300 HU. You'll get, at the moment, 3 times, 3x pending rewards. You'll receive the minimum of 0.5 per day, 7 days a week, not 5. That means your term will complete in 600 days maximum at the XXX promotion. But we're now going to ask you to imagine accelerating the speed to less than 600 days, to less than 300 days, to less than 100 days. Passive members get passive rewards, and that's all very well if that's what you want to do. There is no compunction to get involved in being active in this business. 100% of members, passive or active, get rewards every day. But imagine accelerating that speed and tripling your membership faster than 600 days. 100% of our members make money, and we love sharing great experiences. So why wouldn't we tell people about this? Welcome to the active part of the program, the accelerated rewards. Now, if you refer one friend or family member to this opportunity, you'll unlock level 1 of rewards. If you refer 2 people, you'll unlock level 2. Refer 3, refer 4, refer 5, all the way to 20, when you can unlock the maximum levels of reward in this plan, which is 20. At level 1, you get 20% rewards. This is not a commission. I'll come back to that. At level 2, you unlock 15%. And at level 3, you unlock 10%. So let's say you brought 3 friends or family members to the program, even on a small amount of money. And one of them is called John, okay? So what happens when you refer John? Well, you'll earn 20% rewards match, not commission, on your referrals rewards. This is not a multi-level marketing program. This is a uni-level program of accelerated rewards. You can accelerate by simply sharing. So you've shared with John, and John comes in at a 1,000 HU membership. Now, distinction. John immediately earns 3,000 HU. It's in the system. It's locked in because of the 3x promotion. He doesn't get it immediately. He gets it at the minimum of 0.5% a day. That's 5 HU a day. As you see in the top right, you're entitled to 20%. You receive that 20% match in rewards matching, 1 HU a day, until you have 600 HU. Why 600? John only put in 1,000 HU. He's earned 3,000 on the XXX. You're entitled to 20%. That's 600 HU coming to you at the very slowest speed of 600 days at 1 HU a day. Now look what happens. To release the promise you made, or the company made to you, and you only have the smallest membership at 300 HU, but the company have promised you 900 back. This is what happens. You get your 150 HU released on a passive basis, 0.5 of 1%. You get 1 HU for referring John. That's 2 HU 50 a day released to you towards your 900 HU. So your 900 HU is now fully released in 360 days, not 600, just because you referred John. But remember, you referred 2 other people as well, friends and family. We're not even going to look at what they do with this business. That's a complete aside. But you've opened up 3 levels, and that's why we're doing this in the presentation. So John likes what he sees. And then he goes and refers his friend on level 2 to you. Level 1 to him, of course, he gets 20%, but you'll get 15 if John refers somebody else. He does. He refers Mary at a larger membership of 10,000 HU. She earns 30,000 HU, released to her at a minimum of 0.5 of 1%. That's 50 HU a day. What are you entitled to here? 15% of that. So you'll receive your 15% match, rewards match, not commission, at 750 a day until you have 4,500 HU. Now, just to go back, you introduced John at 1,000, you're getting 600 back over time. John introduces Mary, and you're getting 4,500 back over time. Yes, it may seem too good to be true, but that's how it works. It's not commission. It's an accelerated rewards program. You have a commitment from the company to give you 900 HU for your 300 HU membership, but you've referred John, and John has referred Mary. Look what happens. You get your passive, 0.5%, 1.5 HU per day. 1 HU for referring John. Now you're also getting 750 HU towards your 900 because John referred Mary. Because you and John shared, your 900 HU is fully released now in 90 days. So teaching your directs to share can bring you faster, accelerated rewards. We'll go one more level. Mary likes what she sees and is getting, and she refers Anne at the same level, 10,000 HU. Anne earns 30,000 HU, released to her at the same level, 50 HU a day. So you'll receive a 10% match on level 3. Remember, you must refer 3 people to access level 3. This is just John going to work, not the other 2. So that 10% match gives you 5 HU a day until you have 3,000 HU. Let me recap. You introduce John for 1,000, you're going to get 600. He introduces Mary at 10,000, you're going to get 4,500. And you may not even know Anne, but Mary brings Anne in, and you're going to get 3,000 over the course of time because of the accelerated rewards program. Once again, to pay your commitment from the company to you, you'll get your 150 passive, your 1 HU for referring John, your 750 for referring John referring Mary, and your 5 HU for Mary referring Anne. That's 15 HU a day towards your 900 HU. Now your 900 HU is fully released in 60 days. What do you do with that 900 HU? Take it out in Molecular Future to one of the company's exchanges. Exchange it for anything you wish, Bitcoin, Ethereum, cash, once you send it from OKX to the favored exchange of your choice. So by training your team to share, and not just John, helping John to help his team to share if necessary, you will get super accelerated rewards. There are 3 rewards in this program. The community reward we've just concentrated on. It pays 20 levels and can be very lucrative. Once you have a team building The daily reward is called a VIP reward. It excludes your strongest sales leg. So John could be your very strongest leg. He's already got a good start by bringing in 10,000, and that person brought in 10,000 HU. So he's already got a good start. If he's your strongest direct sales and you're a VIP, then you will get an override on all of the other business, all of the other legs up to 20, 30, 40. There's no limit on the number of weaker legs you can have. That's a 0.5 to 15% override potential to receive massive rewards from the VIP reward program. We do go into it in some Zooms in more detail, but for now there's a VIP reward there for those who take the business seriously. And then if you really get on that track, and we have one VIP 3 on the call today, at VIP 2 and above, you'll get 4% of all the company sales divided amongst those who qualify for the VIP bonus on a pro rata basis. So this is the Infinity Matching Rewards, massive rewards going to our achievers. And our friend Goran Hemstrom has put this fantastic website together. It's generic. Whoever's team you are in the world, wherever you are in the world, you can deploy this website very generously, given by and worked on every day, I must add, by Goran Hemstrom, residualprofit.club. With this, you have all of the activities, all of the events, how to get started, fantastic videos in there by our upline Vivian O'Callaghan, how to accelerate your rewards, all the opportunity calls and all the training to get involved for you in a system that just works. So in synopsis, register your account using the link that your sponsor gave you. It's invite only. You'll deposit USDT Tether into the app to fund your account. You'll purchase your membership the very next day. If you're in before midnight Hong Kong time, which is 4 p.m. Ireland, UK, you will earn the very next day. If you're after 4 p.m., it'll be a day later, but that's fine too. It's only a day. And the option, and it's completely optional, share the program with others and accelerate your rewards while helping them, because massive rewards go to our achievers. We're going to hear from some of the achievers in this business now, but just to wrap up, I think we found here the most amazing business at the most amazing time for people to build a home business. There has never been a bigger appetite for people to provide for their families from home than there is right now. There's never been a better vehicle in my eyes for them to actually do that. So